2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Everything we know about the two-row SUV.
But before we start, please support us by pressing the like and subscribe buttons, so that we can continue to provide information about car and motorcycle news. Also turn on the bell button to get the latest updates. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you.
After a decade of resting on its laurels, the Jeep Grand Cherokee finally undergoes a full redesign for the 2022 model year. The 2022 Grand Cherokee will share much of its design and features with the recently introduced 2021 Grand Cherokee L. The big difference? A shorter wheelbase and one less row of seats. A grander 2022 Grand Cherokee. Look for Jeep to offer a number of different trim levels on the next-gen Grand Cherokee, with most models sporting standard rear-wheel drive. That said, every 2022 Grand Cherokee will offer four-wheel drive as at least an option. Look for multiple systems, too. While higher-end and more trail-oriented Grand Cherokee trims will no doubt sport a two-speed transfer case for extra prowess off the beaten path, lower-spec models may sport a less complicated setup that makes do without low-range gearing, just as is the case currently. 2022 Grand Cherokee engine options. The 2022 Grand Cherokee ought to offer a multitude of engine options for buyers to choose from. Like the Grand Cherokee L, the two-row Grand Cherokee ought to come standard with a 290 HP 3.6-liter V6. A 357 HP 5.7-liter V8 will almost certainly find its way under the hood of the smaller Grand Cherokee, too. More efficiency-oriented consumers may get their needs met by way of the turbocharged 2.0-liter four-cylinder and turbo-diesel 3.0-liter V6 engines offered in the Wrangler. Likewise, the new Grand Cherokee will add a gasoline-electric hybrid 4Z model to the mix. We anticipate the 2022 Grand Cherokee 4Z to crib the 375 HP powertrain of its Wrangler 4Z stablemate. High-performance junkies are expected to have their appetites whet by way of new SRT models. Whether the 700 HP plus supercharged V8 of the Trackhawk finds its way to the new Grand Cherokee remains to be seen. Regardless, we think a desert-rated Gladiator Mojave-like trim may find its way to the next Grand Cherokee. Look for such a Grand Cherokee to boast additional ride height, model-specific shocks and springs, and more. A grand interior for the 2022 Grand Cherokee. We anticipate Jeep will fit the 2022 Grand Cherokee with the same key infotainment features found in the longer Grand Cherokee L. An 8.4-inch touchscreen will serve as the entry-level option, while a larger 10.1-inch screen running FCA's Uconnect 5 infotainment software will be offered as the upgraded setup. The Grand Cherokee L's 10.3-inch digital gauge cluster and 10.0-inch head-up display are sure to find their way to the smaller Grand Cherokee, too. 2022 Grand Cherokee price and on-sale date. Although we don't know what Jeep will charge for the 2022 Grand Cherokee, we anticipate the new model will see its price rise slightly relative to that of the 2020's $35,495 base sum. Stepping up the trim range, however, will no doubt add to the cost, and top-line 2022 Grand Cherokees may crest $60,000, and that's not accounting for any high-performance on- or off-road trims. We'll know more about the 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee when the brand pulls the wraps off in the coming months, with sales due to start before the end of the 2021 calendar year.
Thanks for watching. Drop a like. Leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe to watch more videos like this.